What's up, everybody? This is Brian.
And I'm Logan, and this is Tops.
Tastes like maple stuff. I love maple. Hey.
And this is Bottoms, Middles, E-Bops, Sir Pops, our newest dapper young man.
Super cute.
And Triples,
And YACINE! What a sweet little man.
Wow, what a perfect day for YACINE, right, YACINE? And we're Crush Cards! Hi, team and YACINE. We're here, it's Friday, we made it. Another week has come to pass, thank God.
So for any of y'all who may be brand new to the channel, first and foremost, welcome. And second off, happy Friday. Every Friday for the last few weeks now, we have been doing a brand new series that we started. It's called Linking Up. It's where we link up with some of our favorite content creators, allow them to come over and showcase some of their incredible content on our channel, and just try to grow the Yu-Gi-Oh community the best that we can through other content creators.
And today we have a content creator who's very near and dear to our hearts and also near and dear to our wall.
Whoa.
YACINE.
What a cutie. Little maple man.
YACINE's a very good friend of ours, and he's also a very good content creator. He has had so many tops, it's insane. He's known for Cyber Dragons. The dude is so talented and Canadian.
Oh. Hey.
And his channel has been growing so steadily, and he's so close to 10K if he's not already there by the time this goes up. So please go check out YACINE's channel. I put a paleo profile up on there today, and it's updated, brand spanking new with new tech cards for going second. So be sure to go check that out on YACINE's channel and subscribe to YACINE. But also, make sure you're subscribed to us because it means a lot. We love you. You're perfect. And I think you should also hit the like button and the notification bell. Wow! We also have an Instagram. It's at CrushCardsYGO. We're on there all the time, posting post stories, messages, the whole spiel. It's Instagram. Please come say hi to us there. It's fun. We also have a super wholesome Discord community that I'm pretty sure just hit 1,000 members. We Photoshop tops and all the alpacas onto things. We talk about life. We do little fun games. It's a good time. Please come hang out with us. And then last but not least, if you want to further support the channel, we have a Patreon. Bloopers go up every month. We put all the side decks up. We do merch. We do deck building, dueling. It's a whole fun time. Please check out the Patreon if you want to support us directly and let us do more fun things for you guys because we've got a lot planned. But if not, that's okay. We're just happy you're here. Mwah.
And with all that being said, we just want to say thank you so much to YACINE for coming over and doing this. We love Cyber Dragons, but YACINE is probably the guy in the community when it comes to Cyber Dragons. He's got hundreds and hundreds of hours in this deck. He knows it way more than we do, so we figured that we should just give you the professional opinion when it comes to the deck.
Pretty much. We're not qualified. The links are in the description box down below. Go subscribe to YACINE, subscribe to us, like the video, turn on the bells, do all the fun stuff, and let's get into some slithery sidras.
With some traps.
Rah! Canada.
What's good, my childish childs? My name is YACINE, not Brian and not Logan, and basically I'm featured on Crush Cards channel because, I don't know, I'm just featured, and I'm going to ask you guys, please subscribe to Crush Card if you aren't already, because they are love, they are life, and yeah, let's jump right into the deck profile. So as you can see, I'm playing one Pankratops in Cyber Dragons, going second Cyber Dragons. A lot of people are really stupid, and they see chop cards, and they're like, oh, going first deck. No, not going first deck. It's still going second. Yeah, you can play chop cards in a going second deck. I know, weird, huh? But yeah, one Pankratops, very good card. It doesn't really conflict with Cyber Dragons too much, with Cyber Dragon, sorry, because you can special summon Cyber Dragon first and then summon Pankratops. Obviously, you can't do the opposite. Well, I mean, you kind of can, but then you would have to, like, attack and then, like, use its effect to, like, tribute and pop a card and then special summon Cyber Dragon, but it's not, like, really optimal value. The best value of Pankratops is when you keep it during your opponent's turn as an interruption, and not really when you're, like, trading to, like, get rid of a card during your own turn, because you usually have enough momentum during your own turn to clear, like, a pretty stacked board of monsters. I mean, just hers himself can out up to 3 monsters, which is gigantic, and I'm going to explain this in a couple of seconds. So one Cyber Dragon, of course, everyone who knows me knows that I'm always going to stick to one as long as it is mathematically correct, and right now that is the case. So one Cyber Dragon is the sweet magic number for me. 2 Galaxy Soldier, because if you draw 2, you're screwed, so that's why you don't want to play 3, and you obviously can't play 1, because when Galaxy Soldier is special summoned, you can search your deck for any Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand, and you can search itself. So if it had like a restriction to say like not Galaxy Soldier, this card would have been 100% unusable as like a small engine-esque card, but since you can actually search himself, it makes it like a 2-card package that you can just add into your deck, and you can search it with Repair Plant since it's a light machine, and the Repair Plant is searchable by core. So if you have core plus emergency, or core plus hers, or core plus Repair Plant, that is, I think, 9300 damage or something like that, because it ends on Anaconda Rampage that can attack thrice, and then Infinity, which is pretty magnificent indeed. So moving forward, we have one Fear. It's kind of like a free special summon. There is a combo that you can do with this and like I think it's, yeah, hers and Nexture in order to like still make Infinity, which in theory, like you say, like you present this hand to like a bad player and you won't like know what to do at all, because not everyone knows how to play like a deck build with Cyber Dragons correctly. So sometimes they just have like awkward extra decks that can't really do too much, or like a main deck that's very unfinished and they kind of just play with it, which is kind of unfortunate because Cyber Dragons, they have a lot of possibilities to play. So yeah. 3 core. Core is obviously the best card in the deck. If you draw it, you pretty much win. It is better than Emergency. I explained that in my own Cyber Dragon Numeron deck profile, but Core doesn't really lose to hand traps, whereas Emergency actually loses to Ash. If you Ash a Core, well, who cares? I still have a body, I can still Contact Fuse, and next turn I can still banish it from my graveyard to special summon a Cyber Dragon monster from my deck. So it is a 1 card, very resilient. You pretty much need 3 hand traps to stop a single Core. You need like Core, Veiler, and DD Crow. So whereas Emergency, you would need like an Ash and that's it. So it's pretty dreadful, honestly. But yeah, Core is just by far one of the better cards in this deck. It's actually fantastic. I love it so much. And then Nexture, you kind of don't need it necessarily sometimes, but it revives back Seeger and Nova and Infinity, so it's cool, especially if you're playing Soldier Package. Even if you're playing Dry Package, it's not too bad, but since I'm playing Puzzlomino, it actually comes up in combos. And then 3 Hurts. Fun fact, by the way, Hurts plus Nexture can deal up to, I think, 16,000 damage going second. I already featured that in one of my combo videos, so check out my channel and check all of my combo videos for Cyber Dragons if you still have doubts on this. So just a 2-card combo, that's all you need, but there is a kind of like a requirement on what your opponent has to have. And then of course I play 1 Overload, 1 Cyberload, 1 Repair Plant, and 1 Upstart. yeah, I'm blind, I'm stupid. But yeah, Overload, you send this with Anaconda, you can't really search it, like the physical copy from your deck to your hand. Cyberload, not only can you search it, you can also dump it with Anaconda. However, Overload is like better early game, Cyberload is better late game, and when you're trying to like kill your opponent, you kind of have like an early game, like, yeah, I don't know. This card's really good in grindy matchups too. So like you would have to keep this every single time, whereas Overload, you can kind of get rid of it. Like you can afford to like side deck it, or even if Anaconda gets banned, it's not the end of the world because you only play Overload Fusion strictly because of Anaconda. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been worth it because, you know, you can't really search it. And then Upstart, I don't really have to justify this. All of your OTKs are pretty much like 12,600 damage anyways because of Rampage with 42 that can attack thrice. Then Repair Plan, blah blah blah. It just searches Soldier. Apart from that, it's just a worse Emergency because you have to have a Cyber Dragon in your graveyard. That's pretty bad. Then 3 Lightning Storm and 3 Evenly, because if you're going second, which you are, they are very, like, universal. You can do a lot of things with these cards. I mean, unfortunately, Lightning Storm is less good because people summon monsters in defense, so it's especially good against back row decks, but meh. And against Eldritch, it's not the best, but still, it's not too bad. Evenly, on the other hand, is nasty, especially with this card, Forbidden Drop, because you can go battle phase, end of battle phase, use Evenly, and then they negate, and then you chain Forbidden Drop, send your Evenly face up, and then, like, 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard, and then you negate like whatever they're trying to negate your Evenly with, and then it becomes like a spell speed 4 Evenly in a kind of way. So I just love this combination so much, and it does come up, by the way. There is technically like a bit over 10% chance, I think, of opening this combination of card going second. 2 3-ofs. I need to check my hypergeometric distribution mats, but yeah, it's not too bad, honestly. Forbidden Drop is actually overpowered in Cyber Dragons. I want to say Cyber Dragons is probably the deck that uses Forbidden Drop the best, because you can actually pitch hers and then search Cyber Dragon and then make like a bigger overflow, and when you're going second, you're using all of your traps and then they're negating everything, and you just chain Forbidden Drop, send all of your traps to the grave alongside like 1 hers or 1 Cyber Dragon, negate everything and then pop everything. So this is why, like, going second against like 7 negates, I'm not really scared. Even the Buster Lock is not that bad. All it does really is stop me from contact fusing, but I don't really mind too much. Like usually, if my hand is like respectable, I pretty much I destroy you through that. Obviously, I don't do it in one shot because that's just a really bad approach. This is why Cyber Dragon OTK is just not a really good deck at all. Like because it can't go first, and going second it loses to a lot of things. It's just kind of like a deck that uses the approach, I'm going to like prevent my opponent from doing stuff instead of trying to break my opponent's board, because they don't really play they don't really play a lot of like board breaking cards that actually makes sense, you know? Like they play Jizu-Q because they think that it's good, because just because a card is searchable, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's good, right? Kaijus aren't too great in the format. You might brick and have a Kaiju, and then your Kaiju has no value because you're going Kaiju pass, or you're going like Kaiju and do like a very weak move because you still have to deal with other negates. So it's kind of something like that, but this deck is very like self-sufficient and really resilient. It could play through like a lot of hand shops as well, because it's not a combo deck and it doesn't really try to do any combos. The Cyber Dragon OTK version can also lose to Nibiru very hard actually. I think people underestimate the impact of Nibiru against Cyber Dragons, but it's actually very annoying if you're not playing against it correctly. Because sometimes your second soldier is actually your fifth summon and not your Nova, so yeah. Anyways, 3 Trap Trick, 3 Overflow. Of course, this card is insane. You always want to pop this card. It's actually funny because it has like almost a better effect when it's popped than when you actually use it on the field, but actually that's kind of not true, because if you have like this plus Forbidden Drop or Summon Strike, you can pretty much like you can pretty much break any board in the game, and Trap Trick allows you to turbo out all of your other normal traps, so Compulse, Overflow, and evenly, sometimes even evenly. During my opponent's end phase, I would go like Trap Trick into evenly, and then I would go like, okay, my turn, battle phase, boom, and then, yeah. I used to do that play a lot in Inferno Lair decks as well, like end phase Lilith, tag out into triple evenly, and then, yeah, that's pretty cool, honestly. But I like this, I like these cards a lot. Then Compulse is actually really cool. One neat play that you can do with Compulse, if your core gets Veilered or something, you just Compulse your own core. So not only do you get a core which is like, you know, a good card to normal summon, so you have like a follow for next turn, and you successfully search with core, so you can actually like kind of create combos sometimes. And then 3 Solemn Strike, it's kind of, you know, kind of obvious, kind of self-explanatory, because in a going second deck, Solemn Strike is overpowered, significantly better than a going first deck. I feel like trap cards just overall aren't really good in going first decks unless you just draw your engine as well. If you only draw traps, then you're under pressure. So your traps only are here to stall, whereas your traps in a going second deck are here to break boards, which is terrifying. And then for the extra deck, 2 Mega Fleets with 1 Fortress, 1 Merkaba, because you already play Nova, so if they go Maximus Dragma to send your stuff, then you send like Nova, Entis, you pop a card, you summon Merkaba. Pretty cool. Then, yeah, 2 Rampage, because you have Cyberload and Overload to fuse for them. 1, yeah, I already explained Entis. Infinity Nova, Seeger, Puzzlomino. Alright, so I'm not going to explain Puzzlomino at all, because I want you to, like, see my combo videos on this deck. I made 2, I believe. 1 was uploaded a couple months ago. One of them is more recent. I'm going to do, like, another one relatively soon if people are interested. But yeah, Puzzlomino is actually an insane card in Cyber Dragons, because it actually adjusts the level of a monster that is special summoned to a zone it points to, so you can actually just transform like level 1, level 7, level 8 monsters into level 5s, or you can transform level like whatever level 5s into level 8s and stuff, and make Dingirsu, which is a very good card in Cyber Dragons. And then Union Carrier, there is a combo once again that allows you to out some pretty annoying threats like Dragoon through a negate, so Union Carrier is actually involved in these combos. And then there's Anaconda because of Overload and Cyberload, and then El Mirage because core into Repair Plant, you need like a Cyber Dragon in the grave for it to become live. So that's how you get your Cyber Dragon core in the graveyard, just by making El Mirage. None of its effects really come up too much. And then Anima because you play, well, 2/4 level 1s, so next turn it hurts, and you don't really use any tokens, so there's no reason to go for Link Repo. And then the idea section, real quick, there's really nothing to talk about, just Nibiru. It's a good hand shop because it's also a light. Sphere Mode is not a light. When I was a kid, I actually thought, I mean, kid, like 5 years ago, ooh, I used to think that Sphere Mode was a light attribute, because it looks like light attribute, but it's divine attribute, so I was like, oh, I can't discard it with the Galaxy Soldier. Yeah. And then Cyber Altanin, this is a good card to search with Emergency. It used to out like Spiral Sleeper and like really big boards. So it's not too bad. Phantasma is good for consistency, but it's only good in like link heavy formats. Right now, technically, it's good. It's a decent card. It's playable, but I'm still not a super big fan, honestly. And then yeah, Inspector Border if you're going first or if you're going second against Altergeist. You don't really want to choose to go first. I mean, except like sometimes when it's like really whack, really cancer, and it like the format forces you to go first because there are like FTK decks running around, because you don't really want to be side decking a lot of hand shops. Like if your side deck is like 12 hand shops, then your deck makes just no sense at the end of the day. So yeah, Dry, I'm going to make like a full video on just Dry itself. Is just, this card is very deep and does a lot for Cyber Dragons. Hand shops. Mystic Mine is a cool one. Cool, oh my god. Oh, that depends on the definition of cool, huh? Oh, Mystic Mine is such a fun card. I love Mystic Mine, yes. Actually, I'm pretty sure Brian loves Mystic Mine. Shoutouts to you if you're watching this, you probably are. But yeah, I'm not against Mystic Mine because, yeah, sure, it does something very cancer, but at the same time, you can't lose to Mine twice in one match. You can only lose to it on a game 1, and on a game 2 and game 3. If you lose to it, it's because it caught you off guard because someone was playing like a combo deck, and then they were siding Mine against you going second, and you didn't side in your back row removal. So Cyber Dragons, actually, I wouldn't really side Mystic Mine because everybody knows that Cyber Dragons play a lot of like back row. Even the OTK version plays a lot of back row, like post game 1. So it's just obviously people are gonna have like Cyclone and stuff, and the only good thing about Mystic Mine is the decking out aspect. So if you can't deck out your opponent with Mine, then you're probably like just making yourself even more vulnerable, so I wouldn't really bother. And then Duster and Unending, which are really good cards for consistency because you can pop your own Overflow, and you can also destroy your opponent with them. So that's pretty much all I had to say for this Cyber Dragon Traps deck profile. As if you have any comments or feedback, let me know in the... I usually say that. Oh, that's true. I'm not on my channel anymore. If you guys have any comments for Brian and Logan, let them know in the comment section below. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Crush Cards Crush Cards channel. I'm such a moron. Ah man, oh yo, the too many viruses and like everywhere. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. I'm really lost right now, and I know the ending on all of my videos is like very awkward, so I might as well embrace it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you maybe one day. I'm not sure yet. Peace.
Bye guys. Watch out for Moose. Hope you guys have a crazy Canadian Friday. Make sure to go subscribe to YACINE656 channel. Bye.